Well, hey y'all, let's make some cream of mushroom soup together. Want to? Ooh, I already got this too hot. Let me crank that down some. Alrighty, now this is in my cookbook, and this is actually going to be in the other cookbook because this is such an important recipe. In my opinion, I just think that everybody needs it. I'm doubling this, and I will write the ingredients down and the proper measurements for one order of this, and you make your own self some. So I've got 4 tablespoons of butter, and let's see, we'll got that down about 250. It'll be okay. Okay, I have 2 pounds of mushrooms. Now you can use your favorite mushrooms. These were the baby bellas, and I washed them. Yes, I did, because I was doing a little research on mushrooms, and I came across Julia Child, which I could watch her, y'all, until the cows come home. I love everything about it. And so she was washing her mushrooms, and I thought, well, a wet paper towel, to me, it does a good job, but in the long run, I don't think it does as good as good old water. Of course, then I washed them, and then I took my paper towel, and I dried them off like that. Okay, and I saved one out here that I'm going to cut up for garnish. Okay, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit now that we're not just smoking hot there. Okay, so I cut this one, I've saved this one, I'm going to just cut this for garnish. And I always cut off the part that was growing, that was stuck to something on. And since this is just going to be for garnish, I'm going to slice it just a little bit thicker. Because this cream of mushroom soup, y'all, while it is an ingredient in a delicious casserole, it also, let's see, I'll put these right here. Woo. It also, when you do it like this, makes a delicious soup. I had a little spillage there. Let's get that up. Okay, so now to this, I'm just going to actually just kind of let that sit there do its own thing. If you do want to add just a little bit more butter, I wouldn't add a whole lot because you don't want it to just be greasy as all get out. Let that cook down. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. The recipe for 1 calls for 1, but I'm going to use 2 because I'm doubling it. Now I like to soak my garlic into some regular tap water for a while before I peel it. The peeling comes off so much better, in my opinion. And you don't get the sticky gummy, because you know how you get that with garlic. It's like it's stuck to you. This actually, it does come off better. If my hands were working today, you could tell that it does come off easier, and you're not as sticky. You're not having such a sticky mess. Rest of that off right there. Okay, now let's just get this other one peeled right here real quick. I'm just going to cut the ends off of it, since we're going to do that anyway. Help it peel. Yeah, you can soak this for about 10 minutes. I probably did it about 8 or 9, but it just kind of helps it come off. And I want to try something here with y'all. I saw a TV chef the other day doing this, and I've seen it before, and I thought, I'm going to really actually try that this time, but I was going to try it with y'all so we could see. This actually, it's like taking your kid, when company comes, your kids can be acting good all day, and then when company comes, they act awful. Kind of like that garlic clove. All right, there we go. Okay, let's give this a stir. This smells amazing. And after you make this one time, you are not going to pick up a can of that store-bought anymore. So I'm just going to mix this up. And I'm not going to worry about getting it real fine, because we're going to try something that I saw Mr. Ramsay doing on TV. And we'll see what we think about it. That way I can make a mess, and if it doesn't work, you don't have to. Now when I make this cream of mushroom soup, I don't add salt to it right now because I'm not quite sure what kind of casserole or anything that I'm going to put this in. And so I don't know what the salt level of the other things are going to be. Okay, so what Mr. Ramsay did, excuse me, let me stir this around. Okay, so what Mr. Ramsay did he took a little bit of salt and put on top of his garlic. And then he took the blade of his knife and he mashed it in. Of course, now he's stronger than me, and so you know he's going to mash better than I do. But that garlic just kind of, that salt just kind of gives it some abrasiveness that kind of break it down. I love trying new things. One of the things I really do like to do is, you know, Justin Wilson would always measure things in his hand and then put it in the teaspoon to see if it was the right amount. A lot of times if I'm just standing over here, I'm going to go ahead and just put this in this pot. If I'm just standing around doing stuff in the kitchen, I'll just try something that I saw somebody do. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But you always know, don't you? That's right. Okay, let's get this out of here. Now, I'm not going to cook this garlic very long in here all by itself because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit more. Okay, so I have 2 cups of whole milk. And to this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of some cornstarch. And this will help this to thicken up. There we go. I'm going to have to add this to our holiday list to get some more of that for the grocery thingamajig. No, okay. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of onion powder. You can add it to your milk or you can add it to your mushrooms. And it's also a good taste, y'all. So we're just going to get this stirred up. And let's see. Give this all another little stir around. Now you can use this exact same recipe to make cream of chicken soup. You would just not use the mushrooms. You could use chopped up cooked chicken that's chopped up really fine. I'm going to go ahead and just put this in here. And you know, one thing you could do, if you had a casserole that called for, and a lot of them do, for cream of mushroom and cream of chicken, or cream of mushroom and cream of celery, you could just do this whole recipe like this instead of doing 2 different batches, and you could use your chicken and mushrooms in here, and then you would just have one dish that was dirty. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to cut my heat up and kind of get this hotter, and that'll help it to get thickened. Now you can simmer this down. You can, you know, if you're going to eat it like a soup, you want it more soupy. But if you're going to use this as an ingredient of a casserole, you can just let it simmer until it gets down. I think a can of that soup is like 10.5 ounces. You just simmer it until it gets down to about that amount. You can make cream of onion soup. You can use the little pearl onions. You can make cream of, I guess, cream of anything. But this is just a wonderful thing. And of course, you know, this is gluten-free. But I've had gluten-free friends that have made this and said, I will never buy regular cream of mushroom soup again because this is wonderful. But I'm going to cook this down, and then I'm going to freeze it, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put that up. Now you don't have to put this in a vacuum sealed bag. This can be in the refrigerator for 4 to 5 days, or you can freeze it up to 3 months. So this is the first weekend of October, and so I wouldn't necessarily have to vacuum seal it because I'm going to use this up before December, for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And so it doesn't have to be completely airtight. But it's not like I'm going to put it in a Cool Whip dish either. I might not. Okay, anyway. All right, y'all. This is getting thick and bubbly. And I'm going to just get me out just a little bit. Could I have got a bigger bowl? I think so. I was thinking about taking a photograph of this, but I'm just going to get just a little bit out of there, and that'll help it cool. Cut that down just a little bit. All right. Now we're going to let this cool a little bit, or I'm going to stand here and blow on it, and we'll see what we think. But this is so good. And if you wanted to make this go further, if you were having it as a soup, you could add more milk. You could add some heavy whipping cream, a little evaporated milk. Doesn't really matter, y'all. It's just going to be delicious. The richer your milk product is, the richer this is going to be. I have never made this with almond milk or oat milk, but I think you probably could. I need to do that for y'all sometime. But if you do, don't use sweetened. Get the unsweetened kind. Okay, here we go. Y'all, that is so good. Why do they make us think we have to use that canned stuff that has 1,100 ingredients? And you know, if you can't pronounce something, you don't need to eat it either. Just talking to myself, Your Honor. But anyway, I'm gonna let this cool down, and I may let it get a little bit thickened. But I'll get back together with y'all and I'll show you how I'm gonna freeze this. So I'll see y'all after a while. Okay, I'm getting ready to put this in the freezer, and these are just some Pyrex little dishes that hold almost 12 ounces, I think. So anyway, I'm going to divide it between the two. And then I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to write on the lid what it is. Now, fingernail polish will take a Sharpie off of the lid, so you know, don't worry about that. I was going to put this in a Cool Whip dish, and I keep those, and every time I think about getting one of those out, this is the funniest thing. I wasn't here one day, and it was strawberry shortcake season, and so my son and my husband were in the kitchen, and they were going to fix some strawberry shortcake, and my son picks up one of the things of Cool Whip, thinking it's Cool Whip, and he opened it up. It was pickled red pickled red onions, and so anyway, they did a really good job of mopping the floor before I got home. But that was so funny. So now whenever I put something in a Cool Whip dish, I really label it really well. All right, y'all, there we go. This goes into the freezer until we need it, and now I am ready to make anything with cream of mushroom soup, green bean casserole. Yum. And if any of y'all are gluten-free and you have been craving a green bean casserole, we're going to do that before the holidays. You just take some crispy onions and you run them through some rice flour and fry them real quick, and use that instead of jerky onions, and make it the same. Just use this instead of can of cream of mushroom. So I'll put cream of mushroom, C-O-M. And I'm not going to put the date because I'm going to put this at the front of the freezer so I'll know what it is. All right, y'all, we are getting ready for the holidays. We're not going to be stressed. We're getting a few things done. Take an average Saturday afternoon or Tuesday morning when you have time. Pick up some things at the grocery store. Go ahead and get them prepped, get them frozen. Make your cornbread this week and put it in the freezer, and you are ready for some cornbread dressing. So we're going to be doing a lot more things for the holidays up in the upcoming weeks and months and stuff. So I'll see you next time, and y'all go do something fun.